These are the frontline environmental jobs that are really making the difference.
The Great Resignation. Within the next 5 to 10 years, over 50% of the water utilities workforce will be retiring.
Ultimately think that it will benefit my career because it'll be fast-tracked, but it does worry me because our industry is so knowledge-based and experience-based, and so without that experience, it scares me on acquiring that knowledge to be able to perform and provide our clients with reputable projects, and just like having that lack of mentorship. But at the same time, it's exciting because there's new challenges to face.
Will create some challenges, especially in the knowledge transfer, but also see it as a opportunity, as it'll like open doors up for me as far as like taking responsibility and in my career. But yeah, I'm just committed to learning from all the experienced operators and engineers as much as I can. Just try and get ready to step up whenever the industry needs me to step up.
How will the industry rise to the challenge? There are 3 main branches to tackle this: hiring and recruitment, retention, and professional development. Our first video aimed to tackle recruitment by improving public awareness of the water industry. This video seeks to look inward, specifically at the utilities, present potential barriers and best practices. In 2025, WEF conducted a survey to collect information on operator recruitment challenges, strategies, and workforce needs across water and water resource recovery facilities in North America. The participants were professionals in a range of roles. Based on the results of the survey, the major recruitment tools currently utilized by the industry are job boards, word-of-mouth referrals, educational institutions, job fairs, and social media. The survey suggests the need to shift towards tools that are not currently typical, such as sponsoring local events to get word out about open positions and showcase the water industry and its vital role in society. Another tool that can be leveraged is the use of advertisements in traditional and non-traditional media outlets, such as podcasts, streaming services, and billboards. What do you think will attract people to the industry?
The internships with high school students is pretty good. I know Arvada West, there's a couple high schools out there that are involved, but if you can get professional, like, I don't know, operators out there and explain what they do, maybe even give a tour, like, that would help. Because nobody thinks about this until they're actually on site, you know? Yeah. They see this place from the outside, like driving by, and it's like, oh, it's just a water treatment plant. But if you come in here, it's like a living organism. You get on the A basin, you see the digesters, and then you can even follow the product to the crops or to the farm. There's so many things that you could be drawn to. That's another thing about this place is each guy is like drawn to something that could be the lab or the reclaim. Not all facilities have that, but someone has like a niche and they just want to get out there and do that one thing, and that helps out because they're allowed to do that here.
I think the biggest thing about the apprenticeship program was basically just like an eagerness to learn and some prior knowledge about the water industry. And yeah, but like I mentioned earlier, I think it's just like a eagerness, a curiosity to learn, and kind of just dive into it. I think there weren't a ton of requirements as far as the apprenticeship program. Like, you're not required to have your D license or anything like that, which a lot of operator positions want, you know. And so it's a great way to get your foot in the door.
So, I mean, as many college students know during this time, the way that you're supposed to get an internship or a job is to throw your resume at as many LinkedIn and Indeed little posts as you can. That's what I was doing for a while, but the big thing that got me to join this job was Cario did a table at the school. I came up to Jackie and Pal, actually, and they told me more. We got that face-to-face interaction, and like I said, this was something I knew nothing about going into. So it was like, wastewater, water industry. Do I want to work in that? I don't know, but they were convincing. They took my resume, and yeah, I heard back from them the next day, which was a lot better than throwing my resume at, you know, online applications, which, you know, as college students know, it feels terrible. Yeah. So to actually talk to people in person, I'd say is the best way to get more people into the industry.
Yeah. I was a first line manager and we were looking to hire somebody, we really focused on this is the job, these are the tasks, these are all the mandatories, and see where do they fit and do they have an interest. But now in those interviews, yes, we have to cover some of that, but we also talk about some of the social programs that we have. We have a butterfly garden. Well, that's all volunteer. And if you're into gardening, we have native plants, and this is what we do to attract the monarchs as they're migrating. Oh, well, we highlight things that we do, volunteer activities with the Adopt a Street program. We have 1 square mile of downtown is DEQ, Adopt the Street, clean
Cool.
up. We partner with cities to do water body cleanup. Well, we partner with the Arts Festival to do recycling. There's something for everyone.
Operators play a critical role in utilities. The 2025 WEF survey revealed that passing certification and licensing exams is one of the major hurdles for their retention. To address this issue, perhaps exams should be expanded or revised to accommodate different learning styles. Other challenges include the provision of formal training and continuing education opportunities, especially concurrently with day-to-day operations. Overall, retention has been successful because
let them know what is available, what working for us can do for them, the benefits on top of the salary, and the fact that there is room to go on after you get a certain baseline of experience. You can be promoted or go somewhere else for more responsibility and better money. I believe the biggest driver is offering work-life balance, compensation, and benefits for them, especially for the younger guys who have families. That's been a really good thing to help retain them. And then training opportunities to both get them doing better work for us and more different types of work. But as they learn new things, they're going to make more money and they'll have the advancement potential.
A lot of them are staying because there's that opportunity to move up in an organization. You know, they're having good pay, they have good benefits. You know, they have some flexible schedules.
Though retention has been successful due to several factors ranging from job stability to workplace cultures, it's important to realize that not all utilities are equal. Some are struggling due to lack of funds. What kind of strategies can be used by these utilities to improve retention?
I'm very aware, and I had a career where I represented a number of entities like this, previously, that not everybody can do that, and they're very constrained financially. That not only limits some of what they can do on the tech side, but it also limits what they can do in terms of just providing an experience for employees that might if you have a little more means you can do. But I think if you're at that level where you're just you're trying to just hold the line and the dollars are thin, and you're trying to build a culture or a morale that is we're the guardians of our community, that still will resonate. That first thing will always resonate. People knowing that they're doing important work to protect their communities. The more you emphasize that, the better. The second thing, I think, to support that as a leader of the utility, you've got to get out into the community and talk about the utility and talk about the value that you're bringing to this community, and also to make sure that your facilities are such that they're attractive and forward thinking enough and safe enough for people to want to work in.
Do generational differences in shifts impact retention? Absolutely, yes. One of our interviewees states that its impacts are starting in the classroom.
I do. I share a lot of my experiences with my students, good, bad, just so that they know. And a lot of times when I hear their experiences in an internship or a job, especially from women, they're having better experiences than I did. So, I mean, I think some of it is those generational changes. When I started, there was a very kind of set of what women did in the industry, what men did in the industry. It was very male dominated. And now, women have more opportunities, minorities have more opportunities. And I think kind of because, the leaders now were raised differently than the leaders 20, 30 years ago, it's giving people more opportunities to try things, to take chances on people, and to educate and, grow them as individuals.
In both the WEF survey and many interviews conducted, professional development was identified to be essential for recruitment and retention. Everyone wants the opportunity to learn and grow to progress in their careers. 2 case studies highlight the importance of professional development. The first is from Central Utah Water Conservancy. Central Utah didn't just change their hiring practices, they also changed their training and retainment policies. They developed a lead operator training program, which was a multi-year comprehensive training that provided employees with the skills, knowledge, and practice to become a successful plant manager. This program was voluntary, and it required a minimum of 3 years at the facility to enter. In addition to this, they created an operations supervisor position, which acted as a transition between lead operator and water systems technician. Collectively, these changes led to real benefit at Central Utah in both hiring, retention, knowledge transfer, and plant operations. Our second case study is from General Electric. They were faced with the challenge of attracting and developing talented individuals that were early in their careers, and they wanted to reduce the risk of knowledge loss if those employees were to leave. Additionally, they wanted to build leadership skills that would set these young people up for success later on in their careers. To address this, they started a staff rotation program that would allow young people to move across the company's 3 wings: aerospace, Vernova, which is energy, and healthcare. Placements were based on individual position and program needs. This built broad organizational knowledge, preparing young people for the long-term placement in their preferred area. This year's WEF Water Leadership Institute theme is Resilient Leadership, which it defines as leading in the face of an uncertain future landscape. What is resilient leadership to you, and how do you or your utility help develop its staff into tomorrow's leaders as we navigate the uncertain future?
You have got to be not just adaptable, but flexible in how you get there, but still keep your core value, right? That's always at your center. You're resilient in terms of how you're going to, get the results you need and keep moving towards your goals, but you're tethered to that core value. And if you show that you can be flexible in your thinking, and you show that you can meet people in a place where you can hear them and be, ready for the things that have changed and bring them along through the change, you will build trust. And trust is the key. That's the purpose for resilient leadership, is to build trust in your workforce.
So maintaining that steady, positive approach can go a long way.